Tonight,
Hello.
what only Marketplace will tell you about a generation that could be at risk.
Look at this phone.
Cell phones. Even youngsters want them.
Because they're cool and they can call your friends.
But new warnings are spreading around the world.
I don't think it's a good idea to microwave your children's heads.
Warnings Canadians aren't getting.
Why are all of these countries and all of these scientists coming to such a different conclusion?
Find out what you're not being told about cell phones. Marketplace will tell you about a generation that could be at risk.
Look at this phone.
Cell phones. Even youngsters want them.
Because they're cool and they can call your friends.
But new warnings are spreading around the world.
I don't think it's a good idea to microwave your children's heads.
Warnings Canadians aren't getting.
Why are all of these countries and all of these scientists coming to such a different conclusion?
Find out what you're not being told about cell phones. And later in the show, Ready, Aim, Busted.
I brought something for you.
Oh, perfect.
Erica Johnson's on the case. How much should it cost to clean your food? Canada's most watched consumer show, Marketplace, starts now. We're hitting the streets, going guerrilla, to find out if you're getting the whole story about cell phones. In the battle of the billboards, the cell phone companies are winning. And now, even kids are pitched the mobile message.
Talk and text to 10 friends. Or 9 friends. And your mom.
But there's a flip side to that message. We're turning up and posting some information that might make you think twice before kids begin a lifetime on a cell phone. To find out which messages kids are getting, we hook up with two 11-year-olds, Emmylou and Tyshawn. We arm them with cameras and send them out. The message parents are sold is a sense of security.
You can provide your children with the freedom they want and the protection you need.
Seek and Find, helping you keep those you care most about safe and secure.
Tyshawn's mom gave him a phone for his 11th birthday.
I'm a single mom with 2 kids, so him having a cell phone gives me peace of mind. That allows me to know that I can pick up the phone at any time and call him.
But have moms like Tyshawn's heard the whole story? We head to Washington to talk to scientist Deborah Davis.
Hi, Dr. Davis.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
She studies the causes of cancer, and her message is clear. Think twice about kids using cell phones.
We can't tell you this is a problem. We can simply say, be careful, be sensible. After all, do we really want a worldwide epidemic of brain cancer, which could happen? We're not telling you it will. We're telling you that there's enough reason for concern here that prudent precaution is appropriate.
Davis shows us models from a study on how kids' brains absorb more radiation from cell phones.
You see here, this side showing you the brain of an adult. And an adult brain is thicker, literally, and denser. And so the radio frequency signal is absorbed less deeply into the adult brain.
So this is where the cell phone would sit?
That is correct.
And this is the radiation that's absorbed?
Yes, that's right. The cell phone is right there. You can see that the cell signal gets about close to 2 to 3 inches inside the brain. This is the one we're most concerned about. This is the head of a 5-year-old.
And it's absorbed more than halfway through?
Much more, because the brain of a child literally is less dense. It's more porous. It's more susceptible to everything.
So it is low-level radiation, so it may be absorbed in the brain, but if it's really low level, maybe there's no harm.
Maybe there isn't.
But you think there is, or could be?
I think we can't be sure, and I think we would be foolish to run the risk.
Time to hit the streets, to paper the town with one of those messages families are not being pitched. Emmylou hits the schoolyard to see if her pals have heard that news.
Cancer? Brain cancer?
Yeah. So do you believe in all that stuff?
A bit.
Yeah. Do your mothers and fathers know about it? Yeah. Do they ask you about it sometimes?
No.
But it seems the message wasn't clear enough to stop their parents from buying them a cell phone.
How old were you when you got your phone?
Just 13.
10.
My first one, I would probably about 8.
11-ish. Let's all see your phone. Oh, nice.
Kids these days are cell phone mad.
Oh, look, it's a pure phone.
The cell phone companies say 5% of tweens use a cell phone, but we do our own survey of 1,000 kids across Canada, and get this, we find almost half use a cell phone. But do they have the whole story? Does long-term cell phone use cause cancer? We're supposed to know the answer by now.
More and more studies are being done on exposure to radiation from cell phone use.
That was 10 years ago, and the studies were always inconclusive. So the World Health Organization and 13 countries, including Canada, pledged to get to the bottom of it and launched the world's biggest study on cell phones and tumors.
We've set up a study which we hope is going to answer the question once and for all.
A decade later, and still no answer. The data has been in for 4 years, but the scientists can't agree on what it all means. In the meantime, some countries, not Canada, have released their own findings, and they give us a first real look at what could happen when people use phones for a long time. The parts of the World Health Organization study with the largest number of long-term users show a significantly increased risk of malignant brain tumors in people using a cell phone on the same side of the head for more than 10 years. We meet up with a Canadian scientist who is heading the World Health Organization study, Dr. Elizabeth Cardis.
There are indications that there might be a risk. These indications are getting stronger as new studies come out because a lot of them seem to be fairly consistent.
Cardis says her team of scientists are divided over what the results really mean, but says most of them agree on one thing, the urgent need to look at kids.
So if there's a risk, it is likely that it will be higher because of the usage and because of the innate sensitivity of children. So I think it's very, very important that we study this urgently.
But the only urgency at the mall is getting the latest phone, not the latest science.
Look at this phone! Oh my gosh! It is so
that looks really
pretty.
Hello?
Who's it?
My mom.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm just at the mall.